Setting up your duty belt is extremely easy. Let me show you how. Once you receive your belt, you may be asking, how do I get this to look like this? That's exactly what we're gonna go over today. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to size your belt, get it fitting comfortably, and how to get your accessories on. I'm also gonna be showing you guys all the features and options Safe Life Defense brings to the table when it comes to their duty belts. There is a reason why these belts continue to grow in popularity. They fall second to none when it comes to building a solid platform to carry all your equipment. Made here in the US, these belts utilize a uniquely strong and rigid structure that helps distribute the weight evenly across your entire waist. Let's go ahead and set one up. For this setup, we're gonna go for a minimalistic approach. We're just gonna go for a gun holster with a triple mag. This should give you enough of an idea on how to equip your belt. I'm a belt size 32, so that puts me at a medium. The belt consists of a two-part system. You have the inner belt, and you have the outer belt. The inner belt is what you use to loop through your belt loops and what will be fastened to you. Then you have the outer belt. This two-layer system makes a lot of things easier, including not having to have belt keepers, and you can take off all your equipment and still have something holding up your pants. This is a 2-inch belt, so it should fit under pretty much any 2-inch belt loop. Now, most pants have that 2-inch belt loop, so you just wanna make this feel perfectly comfortable because that's what we're gonna replicate with the rest of the build. Once you have the underbelt in a comfortable spot, we're gonna go ahead and move on to putting this on and trying it like a rough test. Now for this part, it always helps to start from the rear. You just find the middle on the belt and you just bring it forward. So as you can see, I didn't quite make the middle here, so this is what the rough test is for. We're gonna go ahead and take this off and make some adjustments. In my case, the belt was too small, so we're gonna use this extra material to extend the belt. To extend it, you're simply gonna pull this extra out, move this elastic down, move the buckle down, and you're gonna push this extra material through. I needed about 2 or 3 inches, so I'm gonna go ahead and add about this much. Now, we're gonna go ahead and crease it and move that male side clip back up on the belt. There we go. The process for removing slack on the belt is very similar. You simply move the clip back down, you find roughly where you wanna put it, and you feed that extra material back through the clip. So as you can see right here, I pretty much nailed it. I could probably go a little tighter, but don't worry about that at this stage. This really just serves as a test to make sure we ordered the right size belt for our waist. We still have to put all of our equipment on, and then we'll get the final adjustments done. When you're doing the rough test, you wanna make sure you're only adjusting the outer belt. You don't wanna adjust the underbelt. You're probably gonna make your belt sit up too tight or too loose on you. So you wanna make sure your underbelt is perfectly comfortable and adjust the outer belt to it. So next, we're gonna go ahead and load up our gear and we'll make the final adjustments. Getting your accessories on the belt can be pretty self-explanatory. But if you have accessories that slide on, obviously, you can't slide it through these clips. So I'm gonna show you how to remove them. When starting to build your belt, you wanna make sure you figure out where your holster is gonna be and which side. You want the logo to be on your strong side because that's gonna be the side where your holster is gonna be. This will ensure that you have the maximum amount of Velcro securing the weapon to you. For this setup, we're gonna do a right-handed build. So we're gonna put that logo on the right side. This is gonna make sure that we have the most amount of Velcro fastening our weapon to us. So obviously you can see here that we can't remove this clip. So that is why we're gonna start from this end and slide the holster over to the right spot. You're gonna wanna make sure that the belt is in this orientation as you're sliding on all the items so everything's facing up. You're gonna go ahead and start by removing the male side clip the same way we did when we fitted it. That crease we put in the material when we rough sized it should stay there so we won't lose our progress. Make sure that you understand the orientation of the belt. We're gonna put it on like this. It can be easier to slide one in at a time. So we're gonna go ahead and place it where we want it, right around there. And then you take the other side, feed the other end of the belt through the slide-on holster. So you're gonna have something like this at this point. You slid one side to where you wanted it. Now we have the other end, and we're just gonna feed it through. And there you go. Now you just make some small adjustments to put it exactly where you want it. So now that we have that roughly where we want it, we're gonna go ahead and put on our triple mag pouch. This triple mag pouch allows you to slide it on, put it over, or molly it on. We're just gonna go ahead and loop it over once we put the clip back on. So here we have the holster on. We're gonna go ahead and figure out where we want our triple mag. We're gonna go for right around here, remove this clip. Because this triple mag allows for a bunch of different ways of installing, we're simply gonna remove these, install onto our belt. Then we're gonna go ahead and weave it through the locker tab on the pouch and clip it on. Because it's a dual layer system, there's absolutely no need for belt keepers. The hook and loop system will ensure that that stays exactly where you want it and it won't budge. So no matter what you gotta put on it, you pretty much just follow those steps. For the attachments that slide onto your belt, you wanna make sure that you slide them accordingly in their respective order. The tactical models introduce Micro Molle. So in addition to all the features that the regular models have, this Micro Molle allows you to molle on attachments. The molle system has been around for a long time and it's pretty self-explanatory. However, if you're having trouble molling through these really tight webbings, it can help to bend the belt in the opposite direction in order to free up some room so you can feed some attachments through. When you first get your belt, it can be very rigid, and that's okay. These belts are built to last a lifetime. With the strategies I just showed you, you should be able to get your belt built in no time. Once it's built, these belts will hold all your equipment exactly where you want it, and you'll never have to worry about a thing. And when I mean never, I mean a lifetime guarantee of never. Now, if you're dealing with the leather look or the basket weave look, these models don't have the logo on the front, but don't let that confuse you. Both the male side and the female side clips can be removed on this model. As you can see here, and here. So you can use either side to slide in your items and build your belt that way. Once you've loaded up the belt with all your equipment, you may notice that it no longer fits, and that's just because the equipment needs a little bit more space. So you're just gonna make your final adjustments to the length of the belt and get it just right. If you find that your belt is not laying flat up against you, that means that you just need to tighten it a little bit more. Your belt should require a little bit of force to snap into place, and you should hear 2 clicks, meaning that it's ready to go. At this stage, you should be good to go, and you should understand how to get your belt set up. If you're still having any questions, Safe Life Defense has a dedicated fit team ready to respond to calls or emails to help guide you through the process. If you're looking for the perfect duty belt, you just found it. Order yours today.